Before you buy the Dell AX210 USB speakers, listen. This review will save you time, money, and frustration. I'm going to show you exactly what you get for under 50 bucks, but here's what surprised me. The numbers on the box tell a very incomplete story. Therefore, this honest review is crucial because these might be the most problematic speakers I've tested all year. For the best price, click the link in the description. Let's start with the box. It's simple. You get two black satellite speakers, no subwoofer, and a single USB cable for power and audio. Setup is plug-and-play. I plugged it in, Windows recognized it instantly, and sound came out. No drivers, no fuss. That's the high point. It's like getting on a roller coaster that goes 5 miles per hour. The ride is smooth, but you're instantly wondering if this is all there is. Now the deep dive into performance. The Dell AX210 is rated at 1.2 watts total. That's not a typo, 1.2 watts. For perspective, the average smartphone speaker can hit 2 to 3 watts. This is a speaker system with less oomph than your phone. Therefore, volume is the first major problem. In a quiet room for personal listening, it's okay. But introduce any ambient noise, a fan, an air conditioner, keyboard clicks, and the sound gets drowned out. It's the audio equivalent of whispering in a library. You have to be very, very quiet to hear it. Sound quality is the next issue. The promise is PC multimedia speakers. The reality is thin, tinny audio with zero bass. I tested music, podcasts, and system sounds. Music lacks any warmth or depth. It's all high, mid, and treble. A bass guitar sounds like someone plucking a rubber band. Podcast voices are clear but thin, like the host is calling from a well. For Windows dings and pings, they're fine. It's like a comedian who's only good at telling knock-knock jokes. One trick, very limited application. Let's talk build. The speakers are light, almost alarmingly so. The plastic casing feels cheap and hollow. There's no weight to them, which ironically makes them top-heavy on their small stands. A slight bump to your desk can make them wobble like a toddler learning to walk. They won't break from that, but it doesn't inspire confidence. The cable is also very short. This isn't a problem, but a design constraint. Therefore, your placement options are severely limited by the reach of that USB cable. Your PC's USB port becomes the center of your audio universe. Rehooking you now. Why does a 3.9-star product have such glaring flaws? The answer is in the reviews. People buy these for one specific low-demand purpose, but we'll get to that. First, a joke. What do you call the Dell AX210 at a party? A wallflower. Because it can't contribute to the music and everyone ignores it. The Amazon rating of 3.9 is actually quite revealing. It's not high enough to be a great product, not low enough to be a total scam. It's the definition of mediocre. Digging into the top reviews shows a clear pattern. The positive reviews often say, good for basic sound, works for my work PC, cheap and does the job. The critical reviews mirror our problems. No volume, terrible sound, like listening through a cup. Therefore, the rating is a battle between low expectations and actual performance. If you expect nothing, you might be satisfied. If you expect multimedia speakers, you will be disappointed. Here's the contrarian snapback, the unexpected angle I promised. The Dell AX210 isn't really a multimedia speaker for enjoyment. It's a utilitarian audio output device. Its perfect user is someone who needs sound for system alerts on a secondary machine, or for very quiet, spoken-word audio in a silent environment. It's for the PC that runs a server in a closet, or a point-of-sale system that just needs to go beep asterisk. For that, the USB simplicity is a virtue. But marketing it as multimedia speakers is like selling a bicycle as a family car. It's technically transportation, but don't try to take it on the highway. Another joke. How many Dell AX210 speakers does it take to change a light bulb? None. They don't have the power to illuminate anything. Let's compare value. At $49.98, you are in a very competitive price bracket. For the same or slightly more money, You can get branded USB speakers from Logitech or Creative Labs with more power, better build, and actual bass. Or, you could buy a simple 3.5 auxiliary cable and use an old set of desktop speakers or even a portable Bluetooth speaker with an aux input. The sound will be drastically better. Therefore, the AX210's only value proposition is absolute plug-and-play simplicity with zero setup. But is that worth $50? For most, the answer is a hard no. The integrated amplifier is a key point. Because the sound is processed and powered directly from the USB's 5-volt line, you are capped by that power budget. There is no external power brick to provide more juice. This is the core engineering limitation. It's convenient, but it's also the ceiling. You cannot make these speakers louder or fuller. It's a sealed fate. They are what they are on day 1 and on day 100. Like a loaf of bread, they're not going to improve with age. Time for problem resolution. Should you buy the Dell AX210? The clear answer is no, unless your needs are hyperspecific. You need audio for system sounds only. You have 0 free power outlets. You have an ancient PC without a 3.5 jack, and your budget is rigidly under $50. That's a very narrow set of conditions. For everyone else, students, gamers, office workers, music listeners, there are better options. Therefore, my final verdict is a strong avoid. Before the final CTA, one last joke. I tried to use the Dell AX210 to play some epic movie trailer. The result was so underwhelming, the on-screen text should have said, "in theaters, somewhere else." And a final, fourth joke for the road. What's the difference between the Dell AX210 and a silent movie? The silent movie has better dramatic timing. To wrap up, the Dell AX210 promises basic multimedia sound but delivers problematic, underpowered audio. The volume is too low, the sound quality is tinny, and the build is cheap. Its high point is simple USB setup, but that's not enough to justify the price. Therefore, do not buy the Dell AX210 for general use. If you need basic, reliable PC speakers at a good value, click the link in the description for my top recommended alternative where you'll find the best price on Amazon. Save your money, save your ears. Thanks for watching.